Welcome again to Old Fashioned Health Network, Good Health Inside and Out. I'm Joanne Fowlman, the host of The Nutrition Show and your registered dietitian. Today we are at the Vikings showroom once again, and we're going to talk to you guys about organic eating. Now, with organic eating, it's been popularized in the last few years. People are trying to decide whether organic foods are healthier than non-organic foods, and if it's worth spending all that money on foods that are organic or not. So we're going to just talk a little bit about organic eating. Now, foods that are considered certified organic foods are foods that do not have any hormones, antibiotics, chemical pesticides, and or chemical fertilization has been done to it. So now these certification markers are mainly referring to foods that are, like your produce, your vegetables, and your fruits, and meat products or products that are derived from meat. There has not really been any standards that has been created on organic seafood, so we're not talking about seafood. So usually in the store, when you see a food that is organic, it usually has that USDA label that says USDA organic on it. And that's basically stating that that food item is 95% organic. It's not 100%, it's 95% organic. Now, foods that are titled or labeled mostly organic or contain organic foods are at least 70% organic. So they're not all 90% or 100% organic, they're 70% organic. And these are the guidelines for these statements that are made on the packaging. These foods have organic ingredients. So the question is, are organic foods more nutritious than foods that are not organic? Really, the studies out there have not been conclusive about showing whether foods that are organic are more nutritious than foods that are inorganic. There's no, if you compared an apple that's organic or an apple that's not organic, we're not saying that that apple that's organic has more vitamins and minerals or more fiber in it than the food that's not organic. There is not any study out there that's showing that difference in the two foods. Now, what I believe is that foods that are, organic are healthier in the sense that you are not consuming a lot of chemical products. You're not adding all these chemical products, fertilizations, and things that are helping to preserve the life, basically, of that food into your body. I always say this all the time, I highly believe the least processed, the most that it looks like its original state, the better it is for you. Because, again, the studies have not been conclusive. We don't know what's going to happen 20 years down the line, what we're going to find out about these foods that we're consuming. As a matter of fact, I recently purchased a sweet potato. I purchased an organic sweet potato, and within, I would say, a week and a half or 2 weeks, it started sprouting. And I've purchased potatoes that were not organic before, and I'd let them sit on the table and nothing happens to them. So this organic sweet potato that I purchased, it started sprouting, and so I started looking up online to see what's going on here. And I'm like, I'm not a farmer, so I don't even know how to grow potatoes. So when I did my research, I found out that the sprouting that it's doing, that's how you grow potatoes. So what I did was I followed the directions, and right now it's sitting in a little glass pot at home, and it's sprouting. It's actually sprouting, and this is an organic potato. So I'm hoping that it gets to whatever growth that it's supposed to get to, and I'm supposed to pick out the sprouts and plant those. It's winter time, so we're going to try to do this inside the house, and hopefully that it works. But those are one of the comparisons that you can make with foods that are inorganic and foods that are organic. The organic ones, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do in their natural states, while the ones that are not organic, you can let them sit forever sometimes and nothing happens to them because they've had so much preservations that has been done to it, and it doesn't spoil. That doesn't seem natural to me, but I don't know what it seems to you. So one of the reasons why I try to stay away from foods that are not organic as much as I can, as much as my budget allows, is so that I can make sure I'm limiting the amount of chemicals and pesticides that I'm adding to my body. A few years ago, I got a tip from a manager at a local health food store, and he told me that a lot of the USDA labels that you see on these products, they are very expensive. So that's pretty much what's raising the cost of these organic foods that we're purchasing. So if you think about it, what we're looking for foods that weren't raised with antibiotics, don't have hormones and artificial or chemical pesticides in it. So we're looking for these specific terminologies. So does it really have to have that label in it for it to be organic? Not technically. That label just basically certifies that it's organic so that you can just pick it up and go. So the tip that he gave me is that what you can do is look at the back of some of the ingredients, and it'll state made with organic this, made with organic that. And if all the ingredients in the back of that box is stating that that item is organic, then that item is an organic item. Even though it doesn't have that USDA label on there, it's most likely cheaper than something that would have that USDA label on there. Same thing with meat. Like if you're purchasing your meat, you go and you look for meat that says raised with no antibiotics, raised with no hormones, and it may not have that USDA label on there, and it most likely will be cheaper than what has that USDA label on there. I mean, the USDA label certifies that that food is 90% organic, and truthfully, we're never going to find something that's 100% organic. So if you want to try to, cut costs somewhere, read your labels. I'm always telling people to read your labels no matter what. Read your labels so you can know exactly what you're consuming, putting in your bodies. And we can try to, eat as healthy as possible and eat organic as much as we can, and not have to basically go over our budgets or our food budgets. And another thing is going to your local farmers markets. A lot of the local farmers markets are now providing organic produce in them, so you can find those at a cheaper cost than you would at your local grocery chain. I hope this information was informative to you guys, and that you will take it and apply it to your life as much as you can. Again, we're not trying to force anyone to influence anyone to do anything. We're just trying to inform you guys so that you can live a better life. I'm Joanne Fowlman, the host of Your Nutrition Show. I hope this information has been helpful to you guys. Talk to you guys next time.